Welcome back. In 1975, the legendary singer Tony Bennett teamed up with jazz piano superstar Bill Evans. The two recorded 2 albums that would become some of Bennett's greatest music. 40 years later, singer George Bugatti and pianist Vincent Falcone are recreating that special year.
That's right. Here with the details on this tribute is George himself. How are you, George?
Terrific.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
It's a treat to have you here. Let's talk about what made you guys want to recreate these recordings. Tough to do.
I have to tell you, this is one incredible collection of songs. In fact, the jazz world looks at it as the definitive, easy for me to say, the definitive piano vocal collection. I first heard it maybe about 15, 17 years ago, and I've been listening to it ever since. It floored me. They're what I call art songs. They're so well written, and they tell a story. And that's what attracted me. And I went to Vincent. I said, "Would you collaborate with me on this?" And he did, and so we put it together.
So you two are working on this, but Tony and Bill only did 2 recordings ever together. Are you shocked by that, or do you think they should have done more, and for some reason they hadn't?
You know, one of the reasons that, Bill was really a jazz pianist, and he really didn't accompany or collaborate with singers.
Right.
And for him, this was, getting some of the pop work, because Tony was a pop artist. And Tony wanted to have, the respect of the jazz world, because he always had that taste in jazz music. I don't know why they didn't do 2 more albums, but these 2, I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
And you guys actually have personal experiences with these artists.
Yeah, well, Vincent actually was his musical conductor and pianist.
He's the music conductor for everybody.
For everybody, every great artist. He's amazing. And I was very fortunate to, a few years back, I was in Los Angeles, and I saw Mr. Bennett the day before his concert at Thousand Oaks Civic Auditorium, and he invited me to sing with him in his concert. I didn't know it at the time. I was in the audience, and halfway through the show, he said, "George, come on up here." He said, "Here's my mic, here's my piano.
Wow.
Show the people what you can do," and I nearly had a heart attack.
That would have been very bad to have in front of that many people.
It was
Hopefully
very
there's a
kind
doctor
of
in the
him.
house.
So you are paying tribute to him over at the Smith Center. And when is this happening?
This is happening Monday, October 19th at 7:30.
Wow.
And we can get tickets for it right now.
Right now. Cabaret Jazz. Great venue.
No
Wonderful
question.
Oh, it's
venue.
beautiful.
Sounds great in there.
Will you be covering all the songs on the 2 albums or select covers?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them. And they all fit very nicely into about 4 or 5 categories of love and life and resolve and hope and loss. And we're presenting it more as a theatrical piece than as a concert. It's really, truly a tribute to the genius songwriters.
No question. You're going to perform for us now. What are you going to perform?
One in Rome by Carolyn Lee and Cy Coleman. You may not know those names, but they wrote Witchcraft.
Wow.
And The Best Is Yet to Come, among other great things.
My goodness. Well, let's hear it.
One in Rome. When in Spain, for reasons I don't explain, I remain enjoying a brew. Don't deplore my fondness for Thunderdog. You know how a Thunderdog can lead to a feud. It's just that when in Rome I do as the Romans do. If perchance I'm saying farewell to France, and romance drops in from the blue, Chez Amour, I beg of you, please endure my taking a brief detour with somebody new. It's just that when in Rome I do as the Romans do. And though from Italy I lie to you prettily, don't think of me bitterly, you know that I'm true. Except now and then in Rome, I get that old yen in Rome. And naturally, when in Rome, I do as the Romans do. If I ride happily, best wishes from Napoli. Don't cable me snappily, and and say that we're through. 'Cause now and then in Rome, I get that old yen in Rome, and pussycat den in Rome. I do as the Romans, disregard the signs and the omens. When in Rome, I do as the Romans do.
Yes. Phenomenal.
Thank you, George.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
My goodness, that was a
Fantastic.
treat. Again, don't miss the 40th anniversary of Tony Bennett's and Bill Evans' recordings, recreated by George Bugatti and Vincent Falcone. It's one night only, happening Monday, October 19th at Cabaret Jazz at the Smith Center. For tickets, just head to the website or call the number on your screen.